And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the League of Trees Week 1 recap. Welcome one, welcome all to another season of fantasy football in the League of Trees. I believe this is the 10th year running. 10th year. It's pretty impressive, if you ask me. Let's get right into this. Player of the week, Darren Waller. Not because he scored the most points, but because of the way he handled business. 20 targets, and he won the week in walk-off fashion. That's right. On basically the last play of Monday Night Football, Darren Waller caught the ball inside the 5, and he hit the Superman dive into the end zone. That's right. He reached, and he scored. And Free Lunch took home their first victory of the season to a 1-0 record and number 2 in the standings. The game of the week with the Chupacabra Hunters taking on Tua Infinity and beyond. And the game of the week this week was the highest scoring matchup, 157 to 154. The Chupacabra Hunters are 1-0 and beyond is 0-1. This was a true clash of the Titans with the 1 seed going against the 3. And for the Chupacabra Hunters, there's some good news after years of waiting and waiting and waiting. Joe Mixon finally decided to show up with a 25-point performance. That's right, 25 points. That might be the most he's ever had. No, I'm joking, it's not. But if he gets that all season, man, did he get a steal. And if we're going to talk about draft steals, let's talk about the most controversial position in the League of Trees. Tight end. Tight end has been voted on to be taken off rosters, but it won, and we still have a tight end spot. And in that tight end spot, you need to find value, and that is exactly what Dan did. He found value in TJ Hawkinson. TJ Hawkinson looks to be Goff's go-to guy, looks to be the only consistent producer on the Detroit Lions. He's the go-to in the Motown. 26 points in week 1 to kick off his sophomore campaign. If this man could stay healthy, it might be one of the biggest steals of the draft. On to the other side of the ball. For Tua Infinity and beyond, Tyreek Hill, 37 points in the opener. And how'd it come? You know how it happened. Mahomes looking around. He starts scrambling. Tyreek's doing his thing. The magician disappears and reappears. The ball goes up into the air. He catches it, and he goes in for a 60-yard touchdown. That's just what happens. It's almost like it happens weekly. These D-backs, they can't keep up. Tyreek Hill, another disappearing act, another long touchdown, and an unbelievable game. 37 points in week 1. It's insane that Tua Infinity and beyond, Nick Adamo took on the loss in this one with 154 points. It was the second most in the league. You know, while it may not have been the most impressive performance, I'm sure it has Adamo hyped as his hometown rookie. Jalen Waddle had an impressive debut, few catches, bunch of yards, and he scored a touchdown. He looks like he's going to be a factor in this Dolphins offense. It was against New England, in New England. All signs pointing up for Tua Infinity and beyond. And his rookie wide receivers, as Jamar Chase broke the century mark on his bench and had 20 points. This might be an all-rookie team. And you know what? It might be the all-rookie NFL wide receivers, too, that are taking the field for this team every week. On to matchup number 2. The Ass Stuffers defeated Golden T. Higgy 143-105. And what a gift that Neves gave Vin on his birthday weekend. A free win. Neves, maybe a move? Maybe something? Do you have anything? Is there any energy left in that body to revive your team after a 105-point lowest scoring performance? Some might say that manager Neves is on the hot seat after 1 week. They might say his seat's getting warm over there in Kansas City. Let's talk about the winning team, the Ass Stuffers. Woo! I don't know if Vin knew about the little breakfast club going on between Stafford and Cooper Kupp over in LA. But if he did, man, that's one secret that he kept. And that club, man, it's going to pay off. Cooper Kupp had 24 points. Looks like he's Stafford's go-to guy. He caught it short, he caught it medium, he caught it deep. Every pass was going to him, and it looks like a promising start to the year. A, B, C, D, Lamb got off to a hot start in his sophomore campaign against a brilliant defense. Although the Bucs had Sean Murphy-Bunting go down early, with a dislocated elbow. CD tore it up on Thursday night and started off his sophomore campaign with 23 points. Now let me tell you something. If the Dallas Cowboys are going to throw the ball 50 plus times a game, then CD and Amari Cooper are going to eat this year. They are the favorite targets. Gallup, unfortunately, got injured in the first game, so there is just more opportunity for those two guys to go on. We'll see how it continues, but it looks like CD is the breakout sophomore wide receiver everyone was looking for going into the season. On to matchup number 3, Free Lunch versus Let's Make a DL Volume 10. This one right here, this was close to being the game of the week. It's not because it was my team, Free Lunch, that got the W. No. It's because this one went down to the wire. Monday Night Football is not a good thing for DL. It seems to never end well, and this was just another, just a trend that continued. Darren Waller put my team on his back. He had 7 targets and 1 reception in the first quarter. 7 targets in 1 quarter. Ended the game with 20 targets. And his last reception, the last target, was the most important. Raiders are driving down the field. Driving down the field. And they get inside the red zone. Carr hooks up with Waller inside the 10. He breaks the tackle. And he dives into the end zone for the score. Not only tying the game and allowing the Raiders to win it in overtime for the real-life team, but in fantasy land, clutching the victory for Free Lunch. Onto the quarterbacks. Mahomes out-dueled Allen, which I was shocked about. I thought maybe Josh had something up his sleeve, but a tough matchup in the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt looks to be every sort of a beast that he has been in the past, and they absolutely should have given him the money they gave him. And Melvin Ingram looks like he's going to have a revitalizing year opposite of TJ Watt. Business is booming in Tampa. Tom Brady seems to have found 2 of his favorite targets. 3, it looks good. Chris Godwin, a lot of work. You know who else? Antonio Brown. Oh yeah, business is booming. But I can't talk that much trash. This one came down to the wire. I was just like heart attack the whole way. So DL, make sure to be feeling yourself going into week 2. See you there, buddy. On to matchup number 4. Sicko Mode versus Chef has 2 digs. Now, besides the personal name, Chef has 2 digs. Came up short. And you got 2 digs. I don't know how. Maybe he should have had 3 digs. Maybe he would have got an extra 3 points to defeat Sicko Mode, who won 111, 108. This one was shocking. Sicko Mode had 3 guys going in on Monday. Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, and Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins, who, by the way, is the Week 1 GOAT. This guy does not know how to play football once it leaves Week 1, so you might as well drop him after this one, Sheffy. But the Lizard King struck. 13.6 points. Mark Andrews, disappointing. Once again, I know. I had him last year. He's disappointing every week. Don't get excited. 5 points. And Lamar Jackson, very disappointing, 18. What was crazy was Josh Jacobs almost held on to this one for Chef has 2 digs. The Raiders were right there. They were on the 1-yard line in overtime. All they needed to do was hand the ball off, have him score. They get a QB rush, then they jump off sides. Then the rushing opportunity goes away, and Josh Jacobs doesn't get in to clutch this victory. But he almost held on with a 17-point performance. Of course, Sicko Mode, they won on the back of the legend, Nuke, who dropped a couple bombs. 2 touchdown performance, 26 fantasy points. And the question of the week may be, there's this guy over in MetLife. No, he's not in blue. He's in green, surprisingly. His name's Corey Davis. He's looking to have a breakout year as the number 1. 26.7 fantasy points to start the year. And he scored 2 touchdowns against the Carolina Panthers. Something to watch out for. Can the Jets offense support a number 1 wide receiver? Baba Yaga versus Bishop Sycamore High School. And let me tell you something. Bishop Sycamore High School fantasy team looks a lot like Bishop Sycamore High School real team. A bunch of frauds. Frauds. Ezekiel Elliott. Fraud. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Fraud. Zach Ertz. Fraud. The only one who showed up this week, Amari Cooper, stud. Russell Wilson just throwing up the double rainbow to Tyler Lockett for 2 tutties. He had 4 in the game. And this was one of the more boring matchups. CMC for Baba Yaga, he's just a cheat code. Brady, we've seen it before. He's the GOAT. He's not finished. He's 44, and he looks like he's 24. You know what made this matchup interesting? The secret bet. That's right. There's a lot of rumors flying around right now. A lot of murmurs down deep in the darkness of the League of Trees. I've heard from a couple sources there might have been a little secret bet going on. That if Baba Yaga defeated Bishop Sycamore, he would get Ezekiel Elliott for next to nothing. A trade that many think, was a little fishy. Now, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, there's a little mystery in this one. Maybe a little side thing was going on, Something to think about going into week 2. To the matchup with one of the best team names this year. Oh yeah, the last but not the least matchup of the week. Fox Likes Sox defeats the MetLife Saco All-Stars, 141-134. Let's talk about the winning team here. Stafford, he looks at home in LA. Like I said before, him and Kupp got this breakfast club thing going on. They meet, they have a tea party every morning. And it looks like it's going to work out for them. Stafford threw up 3 touchdowns in this one. Kelce, absolutely unstoppable. This guy is just a machine. Here I am thinking, I got Waller. I'm going to be this great, tight end. No one's going to stop me. And Kelce just does his thing on Sunday before. Of course, Waller did his, but let's be real. This who's going to lose out on the season? Probably Waller, points-wise. Maybe not by much, but by enough. On the losing side of the ball, the MetLife All-Stars. Andre, let me tell you something, bud. Your brothers picked one hell of a team, and you were definitely one of my favorites going into the year. Kyler Murray looks like he's probably a dark horse for MVP. Just bursting onto the scene there. Kyler played outstanding. He had 4 touchdowns to 1 interception, 20 yards on the ground, a rushing touchdown. He was phenomenal. 290 yards to the air, absolutely tore up the parse. Titans secondary. And Deebo Samuel did what Deebo Samuel does. He shined in Motown. Without Brandon Ayuk in the lineup, man, Deebo gets that work. And Deebo does what Deebo does. He looked like Deebo on Friday, just out there dominating the hood. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the Week 1 Power Rankings. At number 1, we got the Chupacabra Hunters. Top scorer of the week. Can't not give it to you. The team looks stacked. You look like you got some great value in this draft. Good job, Dan. You find yourself at the top again. It's been a good run. We'll see if it lasts. Number 2, myself. Probably a teeny bit biased here, putting myself above 2 infinity and beyond. But you know what? I'm 1-0. I'm higher in the standings. I took care of business. I got the necessary points to win the game. So I'm putting myself ahead of you, Nick. That's right. I am. Number 3, Tua Infinity and Beyond. Round of applause for Nick coming in hot on this sophomore campaign, looking to have a Brandon Porcasius turn around to this little thing he's got going on, this little fantasy football game. Number 4, Baba Yaga just got better. Added Ezekiel Elliott. Picked him up in a trade. We talked about that little secret bet they had going on behind closed doors. Maybe it happened. Maybe there was a bet. Maybe there wasn't a bet. But, it was a little fishy, a trade. But Sean's a wild card. So you had to know it was coming. We just didn't think it would come in week 2. 134 points is pretty good. But doesn't get the job done when you go against the powerhouse, against the top 4 seed. And number 5, we got the Ass Stuffers. The Ass Stuffers are here because of their depth. They got a lot of guys. Looks like he's got a lot of guys. There might be a move to be made. He's got enough guys to make the move to get him from number 5 all the way up into the top 3. Another big week. Could vault him right there without even making a move. We'll see how it goes. At number 6, let's make a DL Volume 10. Dia, I'll see you in week 2. At number 7, the best name, Fox Likes Sox. At number 8, we have the MetLife All-Stars. Number 9, Bishop Sycamore High School. Bunch of frauds. Number 10, Sicko Mode. Number 11, Chef Has 2 Digs. And coming out at number 12. This might be the only week I get to throw Neves at the bottom of the power rankings. And I know he doesn't care because Neves knows more than anyone on the world, but you dropped 105 points. You had the worst week in week 1. I got to put you at the bottom. That is going to wrap up the League of Trees week 1 recap. Oh yeah. Short and sweet, right to the point. Be sure to subscribe, like the video if you like the video, comment on the video if you want to comment on the video, let me know your thoughts. Be sure to sub so you know when these videos come out every week. Follow League of Trees on Twitter, at League of Trees, to get the updates on when these videos drop as well. See you next time, baby. See you in week 2.